Low levels are GTA 5's most mystical creatures, always doing something random that makes no logical sense, and always in need of money.
Open the door!
These creatures are a one-of-a-kind species. So today, my friend and I decided that we were going to become friends with a low level by getting fitted up and switching into a new car to appeal to their senses. Upon loading into the session, I scouted the player list looking for our subject whenever I found a level 5 named Daddy Bubble. Him wearing the outfit he was, we knew that this would be the perfect low level to transform into a new man. After picking up my associate, we began heading towards his location whenever he sped past us in a very obviously stolen oracle. So we began trailing him. Somehow, though, while we were in pursuit of him, he disappeared into thin air, similar to my father, actually. After searching the map long and far for him, he somehow reappeared in the sewers. We were completely disorientated at the fact that a low level just disappeared from thin air and respawned across the map, but with no questions asked, we once again began our journey towards him. After arriving to his location, oddly enough, he was just trying to climb an electrical pole whenever he turned around and immediately got into our vehicle. Once he was seated, we took off, and similar to our previous low-level friend, we immediately took him to the 24/7 to commit a felony. Luckily for us, this low-level was no hero, and he even brought out some weaponry of his own to assist us in robbing this man of his family vacation. After Mr. Bubble collected the bag of money, we decided to take him to the barber so he could spend some of his freshly earned money on a new cut. Unfortunately, once we got inside, something horrible happened. He got into the seat and the mask came off, and god damn, this man is ugly! Then, using more of his illogical powers, he began floating into the sky. After discovering his power, immediately I got slammed through the door by an active shooter, and after he murdered me and my associate, I put him to the ground. Knowing Mr. Bubble was in danger, we immediately got him into the vehicle, and after picking up my associate, we began fleeing. Unfortunately though, Carrie was not happy with the outcome of his actions, and so he came back for round 2, lighting up our vehicle and slamming into it. After he took a left turn, we continued straight, and I considered us to be safe for now. Unfortunately, though, he was coming back for the round 3 KO, and so I put my life on the line just to display poor marksmanship and get ran over. I retreated back to the vehicle with minor injuries while my associate took care of things. I decided we were going to take Mr. Bubble to the ammunition so that he could get a weapon a little bit more powerful than the pistol he had earlier to protect himself in the streets of Los Santos. Once we arrived, he went into the ammunition while my associate and I stood guard in case Kenny decided to come back for round 4. Unfortunately for us though, it wasn't Kenny who we would have to worry about. It was a buzzard who immediately shot a missile and killed me. Once I spawned back in, I continued to display poor marksmanship by missing a shot, but luckily the second shot landed, taking him out of the helicopter. Knowing the imminent danger we were in, considering we had people shooting missiles at us now, my associate and I got into the vehicle while we slammed the horn to get Mr. Bubble to get into our car. Once he finally got into the vehicle, we started running as we had Kind Planet shooting missiles at us, and law enforcement actively firing upon our vehicle. Luckily, Mr. Bubble did purchase his firearm as he displays it by firing it upon pursuing officers. Unluckily though, he used it a little bit too much as he closed multiple LS Customs while we tried to repair our vehicle. While we were trying to make it to any LS Customs that he didn't close, we noticed a savage. After hopping out of the vehicle, it was Kind Planet. I shot a railgun shot, immediately denying any attempts at him griefing us, and then we continued on our way. With a freshly repaired vehicle, we were good to continue our adventures, and so we were going to take him to the clothing store to get him fitted up. Unfortunately though, I received this message and he hopped out of the vehicle. In disbelief that he was going to suffer the same fate as our previous low-level friend, I continued honking the horn, and luckily he came to his senses and got in. So we continued the regularly scheduled programming and took him into the clothing store. Unfortunately though, it was in here that he would follow up on his text message and leave the game. Out of sincere sadness, we did the only responsible thing we could do and moved. Committed domestic violence, baby! We shot somebody!